Good evening and welcome to a Mitch'nandMauck'n About the Cards podcast. I'm Mitchell and I am joined, as always, by the 2012 WWE King of the Ring winner. He is also the owner and proprietor of the Superstition Ranch there in Chandler, Arizona, where it's Sunday night. Happy Father's Day. All dads get in for free tonight. We are taking a beating on that one.
Yeah, that's our major clientele right there.
And as I've seen in most gentlemen's establishments.
Yes, yes, that's most of the time that is, or they're looking for one.
Either way there. Tyrell, no fun in Kansas City this weekend, despite a 12-10 win today. I was actually at the game. More on that in a minute. Gross.
Yeah,
That's the best way I could describe this series. You even look in the ninth inning with a 4-run lead and your closer on the mound. I told my wife, we glanced over in the bullpen. The bullpen coach wasn't even there. The pen was empty. There wasn't even a cricket in there getting ready to get loose. It was Riley O'Brien's to win or lose, and he almost lost it. What happened in Kansas City this weekend?
I think you found a last place team fighting to for their season, and this was a burst of them because the Royals Cardinals series, the Royals always get up for the Cardinals, and I think that's kind of what happened is Cardinals kind of went in there with mentality of we can get these guys, I think, and then Royals put a beating on them, especially Matthew Liberatore. And then it was all weekend long. They were hitting the ball solid all weekend long. There was something the Cardinals pitchers were doing to let them just tee off on the ball like they were.
And this was a Royals team without Bobby Wynn Jr., a grade 1 MCL sprain. He was out of the lineup on Sunday. Hopefully he'll be back in a couple days just because it's good for baseball when your superstars are in.
Absolutely.
But it kind of rolls right into our next topic. Let's talk about the pitching. Holy mother of Moses. What a 180 on the pitching. We talk a lot on this show, like, hey, they need 3 arms. I mentioned to my wife at the game today, and a couple people sitting behind me, like, hey, I got this podcast. You should listen. There's my cheap plug. They might need 12 pitchers right now. Basically,
Yeah.
anybody other than Michael McGreevy, get off my roster.
Yeah, blow it up, tear it up, do something. Because I mean, the bullpen just exploded. Libby was it was almost like he was tipping something off the way they were just unloading on him. So 7 doubles, just they got off him, and they had more that whole game. Graceffo kind of came and tied that down a little bit and helped him out. But man, just something about the Royals offense, the Cardinals pitching staff could not handle, and the bullpen once again falls apart for us. And Riley O'Brien, I think you've got to get him out of that closer role. You've got to give him in a different situation to maybe get his confidence back because he's just getting teed off on. You see glimpses of the ball moving every once in a while, but he's lost a little bit of his early season luster that we had for him.
It's another thing we talk about a lot on this show. A smoke and mirrors reliever doesn't do it for me. I want somebody throwing heat, and he is a straight movement guy, and his stuff is not moving right now. Do you remember in your 30 plus years of fandom, anytime when they pulled a closer, not just the Cardinals, but in MLB, when they say, hey, we're going to take him out of the closer role, get him right, and put him back, where someone has actually gone back in and it's worked out for them? Closer's one of those jobs, man. When you lose it quick and it's gone.
Yeah, no, I don't. It's always you never get that mojo back. Whatever that ego or whatever that moxie you have, once you lose it, it's gone. As a closer, you might be a pitcher that can produce elsewhere in like the 7th inning rather than ninth. But yeah, once you lose it, it's gone. That is true. I don't really think about that till you said that. It doesn't work out.
The one that always comes to my mind is Ryan Franklin.
Hmm, hmm.
Because when he lost it quick, and he never even came back to baseball.
Yeah, the only one I think might, and I don't know if he got his closer rule moved, but I thought they demoted him to the 8th inning. Might be Kenley Jansen, but I can't remember what the Dodgers did with him because he had a rough couple of years.
And then
Yeah,
bounced back eventually. I'm
uh-huh.
talking in season.
But yeah, you done never in season. Yeah, Ryan Flaker. Once he lost it, he just lost it. Yeah, I, yeah, that's kind of valid
Did
point.
Izzy never got demoted? LaRusso wasn't that guy.
No, that's the only one I could think that's been.
I don't think Mott ever did.
No, it's always ever you
They're
see the progression into that role. You never see them just take him out and they get it back.
you look at the championship season of 2011 where they used 5 or 6 guys in that closer role because they didn't have a true closer. That was the year Franklin imploded. Once somebody lost that role, they never got it back.
Yeah, they never did. You're right. That's a good point.
And then we got such names as like Edward Majica closing games there in the mid 2010s,
Hey, was doing a pretty good job there for a stretch run.
and then lost it.
Uh-huh.
And then we got a couple years of Rosenthal who lost it. That's the weirdest thing in sports, man. It's like a kicker. Once it's gone,
Yeah. Yeah, that is.
and you never get it back.
Look at Rick Ankiel, got the yips on his curveball and just could never get it back again. So, uh, yeah, I agree. Wow, okay, that's a good point.
But let me ask you this question though: who is in that bullpen right now, as of on Father's Day Sunday, can go into that spot? I got two names, and none of them are just like, ooh,
Graceffo or Romero is the only two I could think. And JoJo's liable. I mean, he gave up that blast today. And
to a lefty.
yeah, to let you. And I mean, the Cardinals tend to do that too. If you're an effective left-handed pitcher, they overwork the hell out of you. As you can kind of see with JoJo's kind of hitting that, like, hey, I need a little bit more rest. I've pitched a lot already this year. Yeah, those are the only two I could think. And Graceffo, they've tried last year giving him that job a little bit. I don't know if he throws hard enough, but I mean, you give him that 1 inning thing, he might give max effort, get a little more velocity out of him. I could see that.
I think Soriano's the next guy up. I like George Soriano in that spot. He's got
Yes.
a little more high end velocity.
Yeah, I forget
I
about
think he's
him.
probably the next guy at this point.
Which is weird because a Rule 5 pickup this year and or a trade for the and been real good pickup for them. Really good job.
But when you look at the rest of the bullpen, it is just absolutely atrocious. You and I were going through it. A 40-man roster provides no help whatsoever right now.
No.
When you glance at the Cardinals 40-man, and I'm not going to go fully name by name here, but just a couple highlights here. Justin Brewer probably is the next guy to be DFL. And that's why JoJo is getting overworked, because they don't have a second left-hander right now. We got to the game about noon, and Brewer went through a full bullpen pregame, so he wasn't available today.
No.
Dobbins is on the shuttle bus running back and forth between St. Louis and Memphis. I expect we'll see him in 2 weeks when they play those 5 against the Brewers. Fernandez is on the IL. He's scheduled to be back sometime soon to start his rehab. Fitz is out for the year. Tink, ERA over 6 in Memphis. Cooper Herpage?
Jerpy, yeah. Jerpy, yeah. Jerpy.
He's an A-ball. He's on the 40-man.
I think he's coming back from elbow surgery.
Which would make sense. Looking at in 24, the last time he pitched, he did pitch in Springfield in 24.
Okay, yeah.
But he's made 3 appearances this year in rookie ball and high A. So there's a guy who's probably not going to help this year at all. Max Rajic, he's trash after watching him pitch the last 2 days. Takeo Roby's going to start his rehab sometime soon. There's another injured guy. And that's it on the 40-man, bro. Like, that's all there is to help. Now, we went through the Memphis roster before we went on the show looking for any names to help. Quinn Matthews, probably Quinn is looking solid. He's probably a starter help. Bruce Zimmerman, kind of a weird name. ERA under 4, another lefty. He's a starter. 5-3. Luis Gaslam, and I don't know when you're going to upload the show so people can come back and listen to this. It is 8 o'clock St. Louis time on Sunday night. He's going to be in St. Louis tomorrow for the Arizona series.
Mark
my
will find
word.
out. I'm going to get this edited up by midnight, bro. I'm getting it out.
He is 7-1 with an ERA under 2.5. He's got to be the next guy up. And then you've got veteran Scott Blewett, who's average. He's pitched in the show a couple times. None of those names are on the 40-man, though. That's 4 names there. Somebody's going to have to come off, Tyrell. And you and I came up with a couple names, 3. And we kind of gave your opinion, your guess here on who these guys could be. Max Rajic, who we pitched today, yes or no on?
I don't think Rajic. I don't think so. He's still got options left, so I don't think he'll be going. I especially with the announcers were talking about him on the TV the other day. They acted like the Cardinals really had high hopes for Rajic.
Really?
Yes, I could see them doing that. Has not had it as a left-hander this year out of the pen.
And then finally, because I don't think he's got a place on this roster, Cesar Prieto.
Yeah, I could see that.
He's the guy you can take off the 40 and probably not lose.
Yeah. We got him in that trade with the Orioles with Carlson, I think, right? I don't think Yeah, I don't think you'd lose him. All we heard is that he's supposed to hit, and he came up, got that cup of coffee, and hasn't hit. Didn't play very much either. So, yeah, I could see that as well. And I don't think you're going to lose him. Especially, I think you can do that now too and not lose him. So, yeah, that would be a solid option. Just to see, we got to get some arms up here to help this team.
Because when you look at the organizational depth, kind of moving back to the hitting right now, Fermin has shown he can be the super utility guy. Brian Torres hasn't played a ton lately, and he's still on the roster. Velasquez is kind of taking that pinch hit rule spot with some power. Guy's atrocious in the field, though.
Yes.
So Prieto doesn't really serve a whole lot of purpose, especially when you have a Thomas and JC in Memphis as well ahead of him on the depth chart. You're not going to need to go too deep in those spots,
No,
especially
you're
when your
not.
best player plays second base. You're not
Yeah,
looking for a baseman.
you're not looking for anything, and Blaze Jordan's doing a pretty good job covering third base right now for him. So, I would kind of say, yeah, I agree with you. Also, I'm not gonna lie, when I saw that lineup today, it looked pretty. Like there's some talent on this major league roster for the Cardinals that really makes me excited for the future.
You look at the everyday nine.
Yeah.
The your four core guys, in my opinion, are going to be Walker, JJ, Herrera, and Burley. Those are your four. Those are the dudes. You're going to build around those four. Mason, to me, it goes back and forth. He hit a bomb, and then he made it. He struggled in the field. Like he goes back and forth. He's a nice piece to have. Not sure if he's a forever piece. When I say forever, I say the next 5 years. Blaze is the most intriguing to me. If he can show a little more pop, because the glove has been better than advertised. He makes the routine plays. I made a great play going to his right today and threw a guy out. The arm strength is average, but he makes the routine plays, and that's all you ask. Make the routine plays. I was on the third base side, saw it perfectly. Glove hand to the line side. Arm looked average. I mean, he's not going to win any contest with his arm strength, but that's okay. If you can hit 25 home runs, you're fine.
That is
Then,
exactly true.
and here's the interesting one, and kind of rolls into our next topic of free Josh Bias, who hit another home run and made some spectacular defensive plays today. The outfield is now getting muddy in a positive way. Jordan Walker's on a little bit of a funk, but he'll readjust. He's now shown he's going to be streaky, and that's
Hmm.
okay.
Hmm.
You can be a streaky guy. He'll get really hot for about a week. They'll figure him out. It'll take him a couple days to adjust. I expect a big series this week against Arizona out of him. Church is your best defender. Newt has been hot since coming off the IL.
Yes, he has.
Hitting for extra bases, hitting over 290 now. What do you do with the Josh Baez? Because he is telling you every single night, get me out of Memphis.
Yeah, I with the last 18 games, man, like that dude has been on a tear. Like 12 home runs, 29 RBIs, and a 24% strikeout rate. That's the most impressive because that was what the knock was on him a couple years ago, was that he was too strikeout lenient. Now that he's reduced that rate, I kind of think this Cardinals are finally seeing that potential that he does bring, which excites me the most. I don't know. I think you almost, because the guy's on a tear right now. Do you keep rolling with it, bring him up later, or do you muddy these waters and play that hot hand? Because your hot hand, it's not playing right, or not hitting right now that great as Walker, and he's still hitting 295, and he's your RBI leader of the big league. So I mean, Newt's on fire. Church, like you said, is the best defender. So I think you just let him set and marinate. Sorry, I want him up too, but he's gonna have to marinate and just keep getting those at bats.
Baez could play average center field to below average. But that's not a lot of speed on your corners then, with two bum wheels in Newt and Walker, who's built like an outside linebacker.
Yeah,
Doesn't cover a ton of ground. Got good speed, but doesn't cover a ton of ground. We was talking about prospects. Let me throw some names at you for fun. See if you remember any of these names. Let's go to the Wayback Machine in the early 2000s. Were you ever a member of the St. Louis or the STLtoday.com/cards forums?
I was.
The old
Yes,
message boards.
yeah, I was, and I love listening, read the comments of every time. Yeah.
Let me throw some of those heroes back out at you. John Goll, Derek Barton,
Mm-hmm.
Zach Cox,
Mm-hmm.
and of course Colby Rasmus, and then Lucan Home Run Baker. None
Yeah.
of those guys hand out in the show, man. Is Baez going to be another one of those guys?
That's a great. You know what? He's a prospect. You're 100% accurate. You always just hope and dream and pray. You never know till you see big league pitching. So I, you know what? Coin flip 50-50.
People also kind of said the same thing. Well, they got rid of a Rosarina and Adalis Garcia. Those guys were kind of one-hit wonders.
Yeah, Rosarina is the only one that's kind of played up a little bit more to his level and had more sticking speed. Adolis Garcia has just been like what we thought he was going to be, strikeout or home run guy. So yeah, you know, 50-50. I'm not going to say yes, not going to say no. I just want to see it. And right now, clearly he's doing something, but you are 100% accurate. They're just prospect. And if he can generate you a giant friggin' haul this year because he's hitting so amazing in the minor leagues and some team wants to bring him up and play and you get a haul for him, as an organization going through a rebuild and how do you say no to that?
Who?
The Cardinals.
Who
Like
the dream name? Who
I
would be
mean,
the dream name? Because you know it'd have to have control.
yeah, you'd have to go with your Ryan, your a Scooble, somebody that you can build your starting rotation around. Because I think you're Alcantara, maybe. Just because that's the only thing that you can really do if that's what you're gonna do. If you're gonna move somebody of that talent level, you need that talent level back.
Kind of looking through like some of the other teams, it had to be a Scooble. Seattle matches up nicely with St. Louis because they got a ton of young pitching, but they're ahead in their division. Houston doesn't have anybody that's really super intriguing. Tampa does as well, but they're 12 games over in the American League. They don't really match up well because Shane McCallahan will look nice in Cardinal red. It's got to be Alcantara, who I think we're going to see this weekend. Let's kind of again another great kind of segment transition into our kind of temperature check on the trade deadline. 4-6 the last 10, still trailing Milwaukee by 5. That series in 2 weeks looming large. However, still +2 in the wild card. A half game ahead of Philly for that first spot. Just one word: buy, sell, or hold after this week.
Buying after this week. Because you're going to
Still
go.
buying. Why?
Yeah. Because I think you're going to have a great week. Arizona, I think you're going to have a good week against Arizona. I think this was a little bit of a slap in the face for them as a young team, and I want to see how they respond. If they respond well, I think you buy into it and let them go. And I think you do some roster manipulation like Heim has chosen he's going to do. I still think you buy until the All-Star game. I'm going to say you still buy. The way that the second wild card plays out for you all the time, you have postseason potential.
I'm going to stay by until the Milwaukee series in 2 weeks. That series will kind of define the season. 3 wins or better, you buy. 2 or less, you probably sell.
Or whole, I think you're gonna sell because you're gonna get rid of May, you're gonna get rid of JoJo. That's gonna hurt.
3 is probably my hold number.
Okay.
4 or better, buy. 2 or less, 2 in a sweep, you're going to sell everything. And you brought up a point a couple weeks ago on our show. The hitting's a year ahead of where it should be. The pitching's like 3 years behind.
Mm-hmm.
It's just been the lack of being able to develop pitching at this point. Let's kind of look at the week ahead here real quick. 4 against the Diamondbacks. Merle Kelly Palante tomorrow. It seems like anytime I have a chance to watch the game, it is Andre Palante on the bump. Tuesday night, Eduardo Rodriguez, a lefty, versus Kyle Leahy. Wednesday night, Lipitor against to be determined, my favorite starter. Which brings us to Thursday, Zach Gallen against Michael McGreevy.
That's going to be a good
fun
game
one
to watch. That'll be a good one to watch. Yeah.
We might go live that one.
Yeah. I like that one. That'll be a good matchup. Especially since we want Gallen back in the Cardinals uniform.
So, as always, you hope for a 3-1. 2-2, especially after May has kind of roughed up. The pitching kind of favors you right now, at least going into it. He's got to keep pace this way out. They're still on pace for 91 wins.
And I think we've already said 87. I think 84 got you a second wild card last year. So, I mean, you can take a little bit of step backwards and still be winning, which is much better than we thought this organization was going to do right now to start winning the year.
I agree. Tyrell, I've mentioned several times here, I went to the game today, and I'm going to kind of go on the topic on the lineup was ballpark experience in Kansas City. I haven't been to Coffin, gosh, since probably college. So it's been 20 years. Kansas City, respectfully, and I love Kansas City. I'm a Chiefs fan. Before you say you can't be both, listen, I grew up in mid Missouri. Like the Rams weren't a thing. It was the Chiefs.
He
Okay, I
was.
remember when Tyler Palko took snaps at quarterback. Don't come at me about being a Chiefs homer. My in-laws live in Kansas City part time. My brother and sister-in-law live in Kansas City full time. Wonderful people. They took care of us today. Kansas City, your ballpark mid as fuck. Your experience is mid as fuck. The
Ah,
food was terrible. Everybody there was nice. Like the people were great, but the overall ballpark experience, dude, I dropped $80 on concessions. Not a single thing was delicious.
dang.
Like, oh, I'd go back for that a second time. They do have an okay kids area that I saw. I didn't even see any Dustin May start because I was in the kids area with my daughter in the splash pad. She liked the strawberry thing, but the brat was terrible. They had these things called crab fries that were dry as shit, and the dip was terrible. Then trying into barbecue there because there's better barbecue spots. I wasn't going to spin at the ballpark. My wife got food poisoning from one of the concession stands. Like they had events every inning on the field that made it look like, I guess it's part of the fan experience or whatever. When you're a bad ball club, you got to do those things. Mid.
All right.
Everybody, they did the wave 3 times through a 9 inning game. It's time for a new ballpark, Kansas City, and I look forward to going to that new one. But Kaufman is 5 out of 10 at best.
All right. Good to know.
Yeah,
Up
like
your
it
game,
was not.
Royals.
What's that?
Up your games, Kansas City.
Yeah, that new downtown ballpark that's going to get rid of the hippie district is going to be great, and I'm here
Now,
for it.
is that for sure happening? They mentioned that on the broadcast a couple times this weekend too. That the new downtown ballpark. I thought that wasn't fully fleshed out yet.
What was happening?
Okay. Okay.
Once the Chiefs picked up and went across the river, the city threw a bag at the Royals to
Okay.
stay.
Okay. That's good. I mean, hey, a downtown ballpark is always it's great for your economy for a little bit till it's not. But hey, new ballpark's always going to be good. That'll host all-star games and everything else. So that'd be awesome.
And it's three city tram, Metrolink, whatever they call it. Streetcar stops away from my in-laws' house. So I can take the streetcar from their house to the downtown ballpark.
You were never going to be sober leaving a ball game
Ever.
ever.
Going to a ball game.
Yeah, yeah. They valid. You pregame the pregame. I get you.
And so it's okay. But on the way home, we did stop at a Whataburger. Shout out to Patrick Mahomes for bringing that to Kansas City. Tyrell, I'm going to give you 4 burger chains here, and you're going to rank them without knowing what comes next.
Okay.
5 Guys.
Oh, 3. The fries are too soggy.
Freddy's.
Oh, I love me a good steak burger. It reminds me of my grandma's. 2.
In-N-Out.
Oh God, I hate you. I'm out here. I'm gonna get murdered for this, dude. In and Out is not as good as everybody claims it's gonna be. I'm gonna say that's a number 4 because I'm gonna see what number comes number 1. I'm gonna shit myself if it's something better.
You knew it was Whataburger.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, dude, Whataburger's got a fat burger, so I'm gonna give it that to you. I like that one. All those other ones got that skinny little steak burger, but you can load up on the steak burgers and be pretty good. So I don't feel bad about that.
I'm going to be out in LA in a couple weeks. You think skip In-N-Out?
Have you had it before?
No.
All right, you got to have it once for the experience. You got to get your animal fries and get it animal style and all that shit. It's great. But after being here for 15 years, it's just In and Out, man. It's not just a burger joint. It ain't that nothing special anymore. It's nothing. I mean, but it's people line up to go to see that place. By the time you get home, the fries are cold. So,
So you're saying you can get a better experience literally in those other places you listed.
yeah. I mean,
I like 5 Guys. This will cost me $30 for myself.
yeah, that is true. That is true. But just do the experience once. Do In and Out once just to say I'm gonna get murdered for this. But yes, do In and Out just for the experience because it is not a bad burger, and I loved it before I moved here. And since I've moved here, I'm like I eat it maybe once a year.
Do you have one in the greater Chandler area?
But yeah, there's one like they're everywhere, dude. There's one like 4 minutes away by the Santan Mall. Yeah, yeah, not very far away. And
I
then
will definitely put that on our goal list. But today it is Father's Day. Tyrell, the family take care of you today.
I mean, I got some rose water spray to keep my face looking young. So I didn't have to cook. So I guess I did okay.
I mean, that's not terrible.
Yeah.
I got lucky. Friday night, like I said, we did ripped open several boxes of cards. Yesterday, had some gooey butter cake and some brisket. That was solid. And I got to go to a ball game today. So, pretty solid Father's Day weekend. And then, of course, House of the Dragon has just started. I'm avoiding social media like the plague until I can watch it. And I know you're not a huge fan of it, but there's like a 35-minute dragon naval battle tonight. So, I'm going to be locked in on that.
Okay. Okay. And this is the first episode, right? It's kicking
Yeah,
off season
season three
premiere.
premiere.
Yeah, yeah. Casey's gonna watch it tonight. So you know what? I might watch a 35-minute dragon battle.
I mean, what else are you going to do? You're not watching Peacock Sunday Night Baseball.
No, no, I got nothing else to do.
That'll wrap us up. We'll be back Thursday night. I think we're going to go live on TikTok for that one and maybe YouTube live as we got McGreevy versus Zach Gale, which should be a fun one. For the Mouth of the West, Tyrell Mock, I am Mitchell Jenkins, and we will see you on Thursday.